Of TV23's Internet, provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Good Monday, January 25th, 2016, everybody. Welcome to High Plains Today on TV23. On today's show, I will be joined by Ronna Stump. She is the chairperson for the International Pancake Day festivities coming up here in about a week and a half. We're going to talk about races and anything else we think pancake viable. Let's take a look at what's happening around the area. Sheriff Matt Boley released details Friday concerning the arrest of a Tyrone, Oklahoma teacher on multiple counts of rape and indecent exposure. In a press release, Boley said on Thursday a felony arrest warrant was issued for the arrest of 27-year-old Claire Torres of Liberal. Bond on the arrest warrant was set at $100,000. Now, the felony warrant includes 5 counts of rape in the second degree and 22 counts of indecent exposure. Torres was taken into custody in Seward County. Well, Finney County Sheriff's deputies arrested a 19-year-old Garden City man Wednesday night who they say pointed a gun at 2 people. Kyle Hamill was arrested on allegations of aggravated robbery, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and theft of more than $1,000. At about 11:15 p.m. Tuesday, deputies were told by a 20-year-old man that sometime between 10:45 and 11:10 p.m., Hamill was a passenger in a 1992 Mazda pickup in the 5600 block of VFW Road. Now, the man told deputies Hamill pointed a rifle at him and another passenger, a 20-year-old woman, and ordered the man to get out of the vehicle. According to the sheriff's office, Hamill then drove away with the woman and left the man on the side of the road. Well, our very own sports correspondent, the one, the only Dr. Jack Jacob, has filed his intent to run for the Seward County Commission, District Number 5. Now, the filing deadline for for those offices is June 1 at noon. 2 men were arrested early Friday morning in Topeka for suspected burglary and theft. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office says they received a report of a burglary in progress in southeastern Jackson County. The location is that of a large radio tower and outbuilding owned by Heartland Towers. Jackson County Sheriff Tim Morris says the initial report described 2 white males who had entered the building and were loading up generators and cable. When deputies arrived in the area, the suspects were believed to have fled the area into Jefferson County. Now, later Friday morning, Jackson County detectives located both suspects, 50-year-old David Wallace Brooks and 54-year-old Earl T. Kuhn, in Topeka. Now, a vehicle was impounded, which is believed to have been used in the burglary and had been reported stolen out of Platte County, Missouri. Detectives recovered 6 generators valued at $3,000 and $6,000 to $8,000 worth of cable. Well, when it comes to dress codes, some say state lawmakers ought to, well, they just shouldn't. Don't tell people how to dress and you'll be fine, said Kansas Representative Stephanie Clayton. She is an Overland Park Republican. The latest in state capitol dress code kerfuffles came last week from Kansas Senator Mitch Holmes, St. John Republican and chairman of the Senate Ethics and Elections Committee. Now, as part of a code of conduct for his committee, Holmes said low-cut necklines and miniskirts are inappropriate for women who come to testify. He issued no specific wardrobe restrictions for men. Now, Senator Pat Petty, a Kansas City, Kansas Democrat, said she was a little offended that Holmes felt the need to tell women how to dress appropriately, but not men. Sexist, she said. If he's worried about distractions, she said, why didn't he rule out wearing costumes in his committee? If somebody comes in a clown suit, that's okay. But if they come in a skirt that someone has determined is too short, that's not okay, she said. We haven't heard the end of that yet. Southwest Kansas' largest variety trade show wrapped up its 3-day run yesterday at the Western State Bank Expo Center in Dodge City. The Winter Expo is different than any other trade show you have ever seen. In fact, it is more like a 3-day party. Lots of food, lots of entertainment, over 100 amazing vendors with awesome products and services, and probably the biggest free gun show anywhere. Now, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we have a couple of very interesting interviews we conducted at the Winter Expo. One with Kathy Reeves the librarian at the Dodge City Public Library, and a bunch of guys from the Median Shrine Temple in Dodge City. We had a great time out there, I'll tell you that. So tune in tomorrow. And that's a look at what's happening out there. Stick around. I'll be back with somewhat of a windy weather forecast after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back. We're at the junction of US 83 and US 160, about 5 miles north of here at Sublette at the station. We're looking straight west towards Ulysses. You can see a lot of clouds out there, a lot of wind too. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station. Currently 44 degrees, relative humidity 64%. Yep, it's windy. North-northwest, 36 miles an hour. That'll blow the rug right off your head. Barometric pressure is on the rise. As we take a look, though, the temperatures aren't bad around the area, though. Everybody pretty much in the 40s and 30s, upper 30s. Look at that, Perryton already at 50 degrees at noon today. Looking at our current dew points around the area, everybody pretty much in the 20s and 30s. Not a whole lot of humidity out there. And, of course, the wind is making it feel like about 32 degrees with the wind chill here at the station. Looking at those winds, look at that, everybody out of the north-northwest. 37 in Perryton seems to be the windiest spot. Everybody else in the 20s and 30s, yep, it's going to be breezy all day. I'm sorry. As we take a look at our readings that was recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport yesterday, was high 62, although it did get to 72 in Liberal yesterday. 72, the record back in 1981. Overnight low, 22. Ooh, -1 back in 1969. No new precipitation in the bucket. As we look at our forecast for today, yep, it's only going to get up to 47. Winds are going to be out of the north-northwest at 24. Could be gusting still up into the 30s most of the afternoon. Then tonight, a low of 22. Winds are going to still be out of the northwest at 16. Going to lay down a little bit, but not much. And then tomorrow, lots of sunshine we're hoping for. 45 degrees. Sunny, sunny, sunny. Northwest winds, 15. Tomorrow night, partly cloud, or mostly, no, let's see, that moon means, yeah, it's going to be clear. Mostly clear, 21 degrees. Winds are going to be out of the north at 7, switching around after midnight to the west. It's a Monday, what can I say? Looking at our 7-day forecast, look at that. We're going to get into the 60s by Friday. Lows are going to be in the 20s and 30s. So we got a big warm up coming this way this week. That's a look at the weather. Stick around. Be back with the markets and Rana after this.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. Visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
And we're back. I'm now joined by Ronna Stump. She is the General Chairperson, International Pancake Day, coming up the weekend of February 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th.
Yes.
That's a good span in there.
It was.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Good. Are you ready? Are you ready for Pancake Day?
We'll find out tonight. We have a meeting tonight, so hopefully everybody's done their job and we're ready to go.
Well, if you're, but since you're the big boss this year, everybody should be paying attention, right?
They should.
Okay. Now, whether they are or not, that's another story.
That's a different story, yes.
Okay, because I know our good friend Dr. Jack is on the Pancake Day committee,
Yes.
so if he gives you any guff, you just let us know, and I can slap him around a little.
Okay, that's good to know that.
All right. Well, the big thing that, that happens outside of the pancake breakfast, after that's over on Shrove Tuesday it's race day. I mean, Shrove Tuesday is race day.
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing you start out with at 10:30 is what? The kids races?
Yes.
Youth races, children's races, youth races, all of the above.
Yes. Yes. Starting at 3-year-olds.
3 years old. Okay. So how far do 3-year-olds run in this deal?
35 yards.
35. I'm not sure I could run 35 yards, but okay. Now, what are the rules for when they're running? I know, do they have to have the bandana and the apron and a little pan and everything too?
Yes, yes.
All
they
age
do the
groups do?
apron. Yes, all the age groups do.
We're showing some footage from last year's race. By golly, they do.
Yes.
They got their little hats on, their aprons,
And their little
their little
skillets.
skillet. Now, all right. So, do they have a pancake in their pan?
No, we don't put a pancake
okay,
in
that'd
theirs.
be kind of tough, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay. It's really kind of fun to watch, though, the kids' races. Because they get those 3-year-olds out there, and it's like ready, set, go, and they just some of them just take a beeline right away, and some of them just kind of wander, or some of them just kind of stand.
And cry.
And cry. And cry. Now, this is the 67th year that all this has been going on, right?
Right, in the United States.
All right. So we start out with the children's races, the 3-year-olds at 10:30.
Right.
Now, do they split those boys and girls?
Right. You run in your gender.
Okay. All right. So then, you do 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 18?
18.
Wow.
If you're in high school.
Okay. Oh, you have to be in high school. And you also have to have a liberal mailing address, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of prizes do they get?
They get medals for first, second, and third place.
Okay.
The 3, 4, and 5-year-olds gets a participating
medal.
Uh-huh.
That's hard to say, I know. Okay. So, all right. So have the kids been running for 67 years, or is that something they added later on?
I think they added that later on.
Okay.
I'm not for sure what year we started that, but yes.
All right. Now, do they still have the last chance race?
No, we don't have that one. It got where there's only like 2 ladies would do it, so we quit doing that.
Okay, because the last chance race was
50 years and older.
Okay. All right. There's no way I'd want to do that. Like I said, I couldn't do the 35 yards that the little kids do. Okay, so once you get through the 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, now they run 35 yards?
Yes.
Okay. And then then when they start getting older, they run
6 to 18 is 75 yards.
75. No, I'm not doing 75 yards. I would be embarrassed. There's going to be 6-year-olds out there that could outrun me for 75 yards.
Yeah.
Man, okay. And that all happens on Lincoln, right? Right there by the
Hall of Fame.
Right in front of the Hall of Fame and the International finish line.
That's right.
Okay. So once we get through all the kids' races, then we get to the men's pacer race at 11:40, right?
11:40, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we moved it over. Then we go over to the starting line of the.
Okay, and that's over on
Kansas.
That's over on Kansas Avenue in front of the Memorial Library, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. So what's the deal now? Why do they call it a men's pacer race?
Well, Earlier in time over in England, they would carry the women's coats to the church.
Oh, okay, to the finish line for the women.
Yes.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
No, we eliminated the coats.
And now it's just a bunch of young guys over 18 years of age.
Yes.
Trying to see who's the fastest.
That's right. And
what is it, 400 yards?
415.
415 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing 35 yards, let alone 415.
And they also have to dress apron and headscarf.
Oh, that's right. And now, do they have to carry a skillet too?
No.
Oh, they don't. Well, it goes back to just in case they were carrying the coats.
That's right.
I think you should start making them wear a skillet. Carry the skillet. That would only be fair, Rhonda. Come on.
Well,
you need to bring that up tonight at the meeting.
I'll bring that up.
Yeah, then everybody will go, we're not doing that. All right. So then at 11:55, right?
Yes.
That's the big time.
That's the one's important.
Okay, now why 11:55? Is that what I mean? Is that when allegedly back in what 1445? Is that when all this started?
When the church bells started ringing.
Over in Olney, England. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now we should tell everybody though this is a competition with Olney, England.
Yes.
Who started this way back in 1445 with on Shrove Tuesday the lady was cooking pancakes, trying to use up all of her fat. And I'm looking at Joanne Combs is sitting over there nodding her head at me. Yes, Chris, you're doing fine so far. And
church bell
rang, and she was going to be late and took off, right?
That's right. With her skillet, with her pancakes.
And her apron, and her scarf, because head covers were required in the church at that time.
That's right.
Okay, so that's why the international racers all wear an apron and a bandana and a skillet.
Yes.
Now, do they start with a pancake, don't they? The women?
Yes, they do. And they finish with a part of a pancake.
You mean the entire pancake doesn't make the whole 415 yards?
No. They're required to flip it when we start.
Okay.
And flip it when they get across the finish line.
Oh, when they cross the finish line, they have to. Okay. All right.
Show that they still do have pancake in there.
It might only be.
Might be.
A piece.
That's right.
But as long as there's a piece, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So 415 yards. Now, when they start, how many racers are there? I mean, you can have what? Up to
15.
Up to 15. Okay. So over in Olney, they run like 6 hours ahead of us. Mm-hmm. And then they just kind of sit on their time until you have an international phone call or international conference call.
Mm-hmm.
After that at the United Methodist Church after the shriving service. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so is that when we compare times and see who wins?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the record now over 67 years? What's the record?
It is Liberal has 36 wins and only has 29 wins.
Okay.
And one no contest.
Oh, that's right. There was a media truck or something that got in the way in Olney one year, wasn't there?
That's right.
Okay. Are we going to have anybody from Olney over here this year?
We have not heard anything, but probably not.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll give them the bad news on the conference call and tell them that they lost again.
That's right.
Although they have a gal that holds the world record in the pancake race, right?
Yes. That is Devin Burns.
Yeah, we saw her on the video. Devin holds a record at what, 55?
55.6.
That's quick.
It is.
I couldn't do the 35 yards in 55.6. All right. Okay, so registration, you can register at the Liberal Recreation Department, right?
Uh-huh.
From 8 to 5 from now through Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you got to get down there and it's at 1109 West 7th?
Yes.
Okay. Get down there. If you're a Liberal and you want to race, go see them at the rec center.
As long as your age group's not filled up.
Yeah, as long as your age group's not filled up.
And they're filling up.
Because there's what, 7 women and there's 14 men in the pacer race already?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Brian's yelling at me. We got to go.
All right.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll see you Pancake Day.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And stick around. We'll be back with more after this. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kdgltv.com.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here, 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 and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Well, you know what? Super Bowl 50 is set. Carolina Panthers beat. Who'd they beat? Oh, yeah, they beat the Arizona Cardinals, and the Broncos bashed Brady throughout a 2018 dethroning of the Patriots yesterday in the AFC Championship game. Now, this is going to be the 8th. This is a record-tying Super Bowl appearance for the Denver Broncos. So you can't beat that. And so that'll be coming up on February 7th in Santa Clara, California. Let's take one last look at our weather. Temperature's 44 degrees, relative humidity 62%. Nope, the wind has not laid down. Still out of the north-northwest at 26. Barometric pressure is on the rise. Going to be a little breezy again tomorrow, but we're going to have lots of sunshine tomorrow. Look at that. We're going to warm up clear through the week, and the lows are going to be in the 20s and 30s. It's going to be a good week. Go out and make it a good Monday, everybody. See you back here tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org.